Hello there and welcome to Genesis Models. What we have is our nice kit review of our F-14A Tomcat made by Hasegawa in 1:48 scale. Start off with this kit. We're going to start by looking at the instructions. Starting off, you get a nice bit of information about the aircraft if you want to look into that. Looking at the kit looking at the layout, we've got some colour charts here, kind of telling you what colours to use and everything. But you probably have to do some research on the internet to get the exact ones. Cockpit, I mean, it looks like a undetailed kind of cockpit, but then you stick all like little panels and stuff to it to detail it all up. Looks pretty straightforward. Options for open canopy. Looks, yeah, it does look rather straightforward. You're going to have to put a 30-gram weight in the nose, so don't forget to do that, and it's quite a bit of a weight to put in there. I did a bit of research, and apparently I think the whole intake section here is a bit of a fit issue with this kit, so that's something to look out for. But yeah, I mean, doesn't seem to be that complicated. You've got nice options for having your slats and flaps and that up and down. It is nice that these wings do actually not actually glue in, and when you put these two parts together, but actually you can slot them in and out at will, so that's good for like the whole spray stage. Landing gear looks good. Yeah, I can't see any real problems. Now, well, it's not exactly a problem, it's just a bit annoying because the weapons, you don't get any weapons with this kit, which is rather a pain really. Kind of feel a bit cheated not having any weapons, because then you have to go off and buy this. I'll just get it out. 1 second. Right, here we go. You have to go off and you have to buy this box. So you got your Vixens. There's like about £16. That's box one. Then you have to go off and buy another box at another like £16 for your sparrows and sidewinders. So very annoying. One on Hasegawa's part. I assume the whole reason they don't put weapons is in there so that you have to go off and buy those two boxes and spend another, what's that, £32. So something to look out for if you're gonna buy this kit. You're gonna have to buy weapons or have no weapons, so a bit of a shame there. I suppose you do get the tarps, which, yeah, at least you get something, I suppose. But yeah, the instructions, I can't see any problems. We got 4 markings to go through here. We've got the Jolly Rogers, we got Freelancers, we got Black Knights and Tomcatters. Nice 4 choices there. The Jolly Roger is what you get on the box art, which is a nice looking one. And actually I did find I did do some research. Where is it? It is Extra Acrylics 1137 Light Gull Grey. It's the Federal Standards 16440. Apparently this is supposed to be a good colour match, so if you're interested in that, that's that colour match. Next up we've got our decals. Nice big nice decal sheet. Most of Hasegawa's decals are always pretty fine. They conform to microsol and set rather nicely. They're looking rather nice and crisp. You can actually read the small writing. Yeah, they do look nice. There don't seem to be any misprints or anything like that. Kind of a shame, but they don't come in some sort of protective film as well, just in case they get scratched. Right, getting onto the kit. First part I've just picked out here, we've got our exhausts, and they're looking rather nice and detailed. You can get aftermarket resin exhaust cans, but to be honest with you, looking at these, they are nicely detailed. Recessed panel lines, you know, you can get the aftermarket parts, but you will have no problem with these. Looking at them, bringing out our next sprue, we got main fuselage section here. We've got some nice recessed panel lines, looking all nice and crisp. They do look like they nicely wrap around as well, so you haven't got to do any rescribing where, you know, your panel lines have got a bit inconsistent. Your riveting looks nice as well. Apparently this is where you have a fit issue, so I'm going to do a bit of research and find out what other modelers have done, and you know, because sometimes if you don't follow the instructions, there is actually a better and easier way of getting all these the air intakes to fit nicely. And we've got, these are your air intakes as well. We want to get these seamless when you put these two pieces together, so we'll get that nice. That'll take a bit of work. Looking good. We've got our Canopy Nose section here. Looks like you've got some nice options for open doors, and I think there's ladders there as well. The detail on there looks nice. I mean, I haven't seen any sinkages or, although saying that, just slight there. I think we can get away with, actually, once you've sprayed over that probably won't show up. No, I think that should be alright. We have got on here as well, this is where the wings fold in. There's a piece here. This is like a raised kind of ripply checkered kind of feel to it. So you're going to have to be careful trying to get that in on the model and not have to do any filling or sanding on it, or you're going to kind of lose all this detail that's on here. So be careful when fitting that. Really do some dry fitting and stuff. Looking good. We've got some fuel tanks on here. Pylons are actually recessed panel lines, which is good because Hasegawa for some reason sometimes gives you raised panel lines for your pylons. Seats, they actually look quite nicely detailed. You can get aftermarket parts, but they look rather decent anyway. No ejector pin marks really in any nasty places where you've got to take care of them. That's another copy of that sprue. Our nose has come off in the box, but at least we've got a nice load of space in there to put 30 grams worth of weight, so that's good. Looking good. We've got a little bit of scratching. I mean, nothing excessive, just that little bit of scratching where the sprues have rubbed in the box, so it's a slight bit of sand in there to take care of. Exhaust cans looking nice. We've got our panels here for our cockpit. That detail looks nice. There's a bit of flash around it, but nothing excessive. It is looking nicely detailed. I mean, it's not resin, but I mean, for styrene plastic out of the box, it's pretty good. On here we've got loads of landing gear bits. We've got our wheel well doors, wheel wells here, which these are going to be cut and built to make our wheel well. They look actually rather nicely detailed for out of the box. We've got our more cockpit detail. This is where you stick all this to the tub. I mean, that's looking actually rather nicely detailed, to be honest. That's looking good. We got our tarps. That looks nicely detailed. Yeah, I mean, as you expect from Hasegawa, all your recessed panel lines are looking crisp and consistent. I really haven't seen any ejector pin marks in any nasty places. Just there is a bit of flash going on, but actually it's quite a nice bit of detail with it. We've got our wings on this section. Oh, what's that falling off? I'll put that back in the box. Yeah, I mean, the wings look nicely detailed. Options for slats to be movable. It is looking good. We have got some nice detail that's going to go on here for our wheel wells and everything. I mean, that is looking nice, as you can see. Yeah, just a bit of flash here and there. Admittedly, I don't know what's going on with their box packaging, but I don't know, well, you can see this, but there you go, all these little pieces that have come off. As I've opened the bag, you know, they're all loose, so be careful when you open the bags. Make sure you check that, you know, all your pieces aren't still in the bag and you put them in the bin and then you end up trying to find them later on. Next up is our canopy section. Let's pull this out. Looking at the canopy, you know, it looks nice and shiny. We have got a line going down the center of this canopy here, so you're going to have to do your usual sanding and polishing and getting that looking all nice. We haven't got one on this section, so you haven't got to take care of anything there. And then we've got a load of other little bits of see-through plastic bits, but yeah, I mean, actually they're looking really shiny. I don't think we're really going to have to come along with any major polishing or dipping in future and stuff. Let's just get some of this out of the way for a second. You then get a nice, oh, here's your tub actually. See what I mean about the tub? There's like no detail going on with this tub whatsoever. It's all the bits that you stick onto the tub that makes up all the detail. And then we get this little box, and we've got some little bits and bobs in here. We've got some metal wheels with some rubber tyres. Should be good, nice little look to it. I know some people say the rubber tyres can crack over time, but then I've kind of heard as well, as long as you don't leave your model in sunlight, they won't crack. But to be honest with you, I mean, you can say that about a lot of the stuff about any models. If you leave your model in direct sunlight, I mean, you've got, you know, the glosses that you use, I mean, that can kind of change the colour of your model slightly yellow. So I mean, it's kind of a rule of thumb, don't have your model in direct sunlight anyway, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. We also get, you know, a little bit of a photo etch bit here, just for like mirrors and canopy bits. It's nothing major, but it's a nice little something. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I hope it's kind of give you an idea whether or not you want to be getting this kit or not. I will be building this one, and I'm going to be building it as a personal little project, so you know, in my own spare time I'm going to be doing a bit here and there. So this model isn't going to be, you know, done within a week. We're talking, you know, because I'm only going to be doing a bit here and there, I mean, we could be a couple of months on this one, but I will be putting up some videos for you to see on the forum, and I'll put the final reveals up, and then I actually get a model to myself that I actually own, so that'll be a nice touch for myself. I did do a bit more, as I said, I did do a bit of research on this kit, and I know, I think it's what Hobby Boss does an F-14 now, Revell does one and everything, but apparently the Hasegawa F-14 is supposed to be the best kit you can get, although it still has some ish kind of nasty fish issues apparently, but I'm going to look into them, see if we can kind of I don't know, show you how to maybe get around them, or is there an easier way and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed the review, I hope you've learnt a lot. Until the next time, have a good day and goodbye.